Here we go. Okay, what we're going to do... Cell phone off? Is your cell phone off?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to first... I'm going to give you a couple pictures. And I want you to tell me as much as you can about the picture after you look at it for about a minute. Okay? Got it? Okay. Tell me everything you can.
Okay, so there was a boy or a girl, I couldn't really tell, but it was in a red or like pinkish jacket with dark pants, and there were the boy or girl and two dogs, one of them completely brown and the other one black, brown, and white, were running along the beach, along the water.
Anything else? Okay. I'm going to do this one. This one's got a lot of junk happening in it, so look at it closely.
Ow!
Okay. What do you got?
Okay, so there was a Santa drinking a Coke, holding the hand up like a little toddler in a little animal costume. Then there was a guy in a green shirt eating what looked like pizza. And then there was a little kid who was looking the other way, wearing his gi, I think it's called.
Better than I would have. I just would have said his Black Friday outfit.
And then there was a magician eating cotton candy. And they were all at what looked like a fair or a carnival.
Yep. Great. Okay, we're going to read. Have you ever read Miss Awful?
No.
Short story. Okay. What we're going to do is so for the pictures you were just recalling for me what you saw. So in this you're going to read aloud and recall for me. But you're going to be able to, you don't have to recall aloud unless you need some prompts. This is your graphic organizer. And then we're going to read 6 times aloud. And you're just going to, when I say stop, you're going to stop and write with this beautiful purple pen all the things you can remember about what you read aloud. Because it's harder to remember what you've read aloud than what you've read silently. So that's why we're going to work on that. So here is your little piece of paper, your story. And this isn't timed or anything like that. All you're going to do is read it out.
So just start here.
Yeah, just start at the beginning. I got it.
The whole episode of Miss Awful began for the Clarks at their dinner table one Sunday afternoon. Young Roger Clark was explaining why he could go to Central Park with his friends, with his father, instead of staying home to finish his homework. Miss Wilson, his teacher, wouldn't be at school tomorrow, so he'd know the difference. She has to take care of a crisis, Roger explained. It's in Omaha. What is? His older sister, Elizabeth, inquired. For a kid in 3rd grade, Roger, you talk dopey. You fail to make sense. Roger ignored the insult. His sister was a condition of life he had learned to live with, like lions or snakes or poisonous ones. Teetering, as always, on the tilted back chair, feet wrapped around the legs, he continued. till Miss Wilson gets back. We're having some other teacher. She flew to Omaha yesterday. He pushed some peas around on his plate and was silent a silent moment. I hope our plane don't crash.
Okay, on your first thing here, write everything you can remember, including characters, setting, what they said, all that stuff. Okay, let's see what you got here. So, tell me what you got here.
He said there was a boy named Roger and his older sister Elizabeth makes fun of him. And Roger doesn't want to do his homework and is telling what seems to be his parents and sister why it'll be okay to not do it. And it's all during dinner.
Why is it not, why doesn't he have to do it? Why does he think that it's okay not to have to do it?
Because his teacher is dealing with a crisis in another state and she won't be back.
Good. Okay, let's go again. That was good.
Let's start from...
Start where you, if you want to, you can take the pen and just kind of mark where we stopped.
Okay.
Okay? Alright, go ahead.
Roger's mother patted his hand. A lively, outgoing youngster, as noisy and rambunctious as any 8-year-old, he had another side to him, tender and soft, which worried about people. Like the blind man who sold pencils outside the 5 and 10 on Broadway be absent from his post, and Roger worried that catastrophe had overtaken him. When Miss Loomis, a neighbor of the Clarks in the Greenwich Village, Brownstone, had entered the hospital, Roger's anxious queries had not ceased until she was discharged. And recently there was a cat which had nested in the downstairs doorway at night. Roger had carried down saucers of milk, clucking with concern. Is the cat run away? Don't I have a home? Virginia Clark assured her son, You'll have Miss Wilson safely back before you know it. It's nice that you care so. Roger beamed with relief. Well, I like Miss Wilson. She's fun. Last week, for instance, when Tommy Miller got tired of staying in his seat and lay down on the floor. He did what? Roger's father was roused from his post-dinner charcoal. Sure, pretty soon the whole class was laying down. You know what Miss Wilson did? If you'll notice, Mother, Elizabeth's introduction, he hasn't touched a single pea. She lay down on the floor, too. Roger went on, I don't know what it is. ecstatically.
Good.
She said we'd all have a rest. It was perfectly normal in the middle of the day. That's what I love about St. Geoff's. It's fun.
Stop. That's just a weird way to spell Jeff.
Oh.
Yeah. Took me a little while for that one too. Okay. So we're gonna stop and jot on that one. Passage 2. You're writing for more than a minute. Okay. So what are we doing here?
Okay. So we found out that Roger is 8 years old and that he cares about others. He likes a teacher and thinks she's fun. Roger says that his teacher let a boy lay down after he got tired of sitting, and after a while, everyone, including the teacher, were laying down.
Okay. Can you remember our teacher's name?
No.
It's obviously Miss Wilson. Good. Fantastic. All right. Do you remember the name of the school?
Seja.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go again. You're doing great. I'm impressed. Oh, you're at fun.
Fun, snorted his sister. School isn't supposed to be fun. Isn't supposed to be a fun fest. It's supposed to be filling that empty noodle of yours. Miss Wilson got down on the floor. Miss Wilson got down on the floor. Mr. Clark repeated. He had met Roger's teacher on occasion. She had struck him as capable but excessively whimsical. She was a large woman to be getting down on the floors, Mr. Clark thought. What did the class do next? He asked. We lay there a while, then got up and did a Mexican hat dance. Roger answered. It was swell. I'm sure not every day is as frolicsome, Miss Clark countered, slightly anxious. She brought in dessert, a chocolate mousse. Roger's story sounded typical of St. Geoffrey's. Not that she was unhappy with the school. A small private institution, while it might be called overly permissive, projected a warm, homey atmosphere which Miss Clark found appealing. It was church applicated, which she approved of, and heaven knows its location a few blocks away from the brownstone was convenient. True, Roger's scholastic progress wasn't notable. His spelling, for example, remained atrocious. Friendly at St. Geoffrey's was Miss Clark sometimes ticklish. Roger attacked dessert with a lot more zest than he had shown in the peas. So can I go to the park with you, Dad? I've only got spelling left, and who cares about that? Before his mother could comment, he was up from the table and racing toward the coat closet. Okay, Dad? I didn't say you could go. I didn't even say I'd take you, Mr. Clark objected. He happened at the moment to glance at his waistline to reflect that a brisk hike might do him some good. He pushed back his chair. All right, but the minute we return, it's straight to your room to finish your spelling. Aw, thanks, Dad. Can we go to the boat pond first? We will not, cried Elizabeth, elbowing into a closet. We'll go to the sheep meadow first. Go ahead. Can you stop or go ahead?
Yeah, stop. You're good. Do your passage where you go at.
Right.
Tell me what you got there.
I said, according to Mr. Clark, Miss Wilson is a large woman. St. Jeffrey's is a church-based school. The teacher, Miss Wilson, is whimsical. St. Jeffrey's is approved of by Roger's mom. Roger isn't good with spelling. Roger wants his dad to take him to the park, but he and his sister get into a fight about where to go first. And then I stop.
Okay. Can you remember why she likes the school? Some of the reasons?
Just that it was a church-based school, and I don't remember the rest.
It was warm and homey, but that's what I wanted was a church thing. Can you remember what Roger is really bad at in school?
Spelling.
Okay. And what did he have for dessert? Do you remember that?
Chocolate mousse.
Excellent. Moving on. I'm so proud. This is going really well. Okay. You're going to be on page 308 and you're to start at the top.
Right. Roger was too happy to argue. Pulling on his jacket, he remarked, "Gee, I wonder what the new teacher will be like. Ready for your coat, Dad?" It was just as well that he gave the matter no more thought in
View
view of events to come. Roger was entitled to a few carefree hours. Monday morning at school started off with perfect normalcy. It began excitedly like any other school morning. Elizabeth had long since departed for the girls' school she attended uptown when Mr. Clark set out with Roger for the short walk to St. Jeff's. She didn't trust him with the Fifth Avenue traffic yet. They reached the school corner, and Roger skipped away eagerly from it. The sidewalk in front of the school already boasted a large, jostling throng of children, and his legs couldn't hurry Roger fast enough to join them. Indeed, and it was his reason for getting to school promptly, to have time to play before the 8:45 bell. Roger's school bag was well equipped for play. As usual, he packed a supply of baseball cards for trading opportunities, a spool of string in case anybody brought a kite, a water pistol for possible use in the laboratory, and a police whistle for sheer noise value. Down the Greenwich Village sidewalk he galloped, shouting the names of his third-grade friends as they picked out fat faces from the throng. "Hiya, Tommy." "Hey, hiya, Bruce." "Hi, Steve. You bring your trading cards?" By the time the 8:45 bell rang, St. Jeff's used a cowbell, one of the homely touches. Roger had finished a game of tag, traded several baseball cards, and was launched in an exciting jump the hydrant contest. Miss Gillis, the school secretary, was in charge of the bell, and she had to clarinet excessively before the student body took notice. Climbing up the front steps, they spilled into the downstairs hall, headed in various directions. Roger's class swarmed up the stairs in rockling spirits. Tommy Miller, Bruce Reeves, Joey Lambert, the girls forming an unity rear flank behind them, shrill with laughter. It wasn't until...
Oh, sorry, stop. That's where I meant for you to stop.
Okay.
My fault. Okay.
Hot in here, though.
Okay, tell me about it.
Okay. So Roger gives up the fight with his sister because to him it doesn't matter where they go first as long as they go. Monday morning his sister goes to the girls' school uptown and Roger goes a few blocks away to school with his mom. He brings stuff like trading cards, string, and a whistle to play with before the 8:45 bell. He plays with his friends before going inside and upstairs to his class.
Okay, what... Actually, that was really pretty good. I mean, there's not really anything I need to ask you. You covered everything. Except for, aren't you excited that they used to use water guns in the bathroom? Go to the last paragraph you read, the last couple sentences, where it says Roger's class swarmed up the stairs. Try to sound out that word again for me, where it says up the stairs in blank spirits.
Okay. Rockland.
Try to sound it out slowly.
Rollicking.
There you go. And then next sentence where it says the girls formed a blank rear flank. Try that one again.
Untidy.
Okay, good job.
What did I say before?
Unity.
Oh.
It was really close, and I know that I've done that before when I read aloud, so I just wanted you to say it again. Okay, we are right at our time mark, and I feel pretty good about what you've done, so I'm not going to make you go any further in the read aloud. I just want you to do an exit slip for me. I even decorated it for you because I love you. Just tell me how you felt about what you read. Tell me if you felt that it was too easy or too hard, and anything else that you learned or thought was awesome. Okay. So I know how much you're enjoying this. Okay, so what did you like the story for?
I liked it because it wasn't extremely easy, but it wasn't very hard. The story wasn't very interesting, but it wasn't awful. But I like this method.
Okay. Did you find the vocabulary and the terminology to be strange?
Yes.
It's an old story. So I know whenever I first read it, I was thinking, oh, I don't know if she's going to be into this or not. But the rest of the story goes that they have a nice lady, or not a nice lady, a very strict substitute teacher. Her name is Miss Orville, so they call her Miss Awful. And she has this thing about a plant and how that's the only good thing. And then they plan to kill the plant. And but then they hear a story that they're about to evict her from her home because they want to build something else there.
Do y'all like those pizzas at Walmart that you get in the cook?
Yes, Dad.
Okay,
I'm
going to
giving
go
a lesson plan. Anyways, they decide not to, and she really gets on Roger about his spelling, and he talks the kids out of killing the plant, and then at the end of it, he feels kind of bad for her because he found out that she doesn't have any friends or family, and then he spells for her. He spells flower and something else for her to show that he learned and he paid attention.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's a little sad. Okay, you drink your Capri Sun. If you want a snack, get a snack. I'm going to give you about 5 or 8 minutes break, and then we'll do it again. Okay?